Yes, Mr. Thompson, I realize that. I'm also aware of that. Now listen to me, the boathouse was set for demolition anyway. Now you don't seem to understand. See, that hole has to be filled this morning. Now, before someone gets hurt. No, it can't wait. No, that is not good enough. I tell you what you do then. You get the head of the commission on the phone. You make sure he does.
My, heads are starting to roll early this morning.
You've no idea how early. Apparently, the Coastal Commission never sleeps in its endless vigilance to keep our shoreline safe.
Well, I thought that was your responsibility. You did order the landfill for this morning.
Yes. For some reason, the commission stopped the trucks.
Say what?
All 6 of them just sitting out there waiting. Waiting till they send their engineers out here to make some kind of impact study.
I can't believe this. What are they going to do?
I don't know what they're going to do. They're trying to make some in-depth report, that's all, in the truest sense of the word.
Well, Cece, we can't have them digging around out there. You've got to stop them.
What do you think I am trying to do?
Well, try harder. Don't you realize what this could mean?
Hell, this is the most romantic thing I've done since the dig in Egypt.
Will you keep your mind on what's at hand here? We're not looking for King Tut.
I wasn't either, just a couple of cute archaeologists.
Here. Romance this.
Thanks. I mean, look at this mess.
How do you figure? How do you figure this? I mean, why would a guy blow up his own boathouse?
Well, I'd figure him to be guilty as charged.
Yeah, well, there's being guilty and there's looking guilty. We need proof.
This isn't enough proof?
Honey, we need a body. We need a corpus. How are we gonna get down there and find it?
Now, how many times do you expect me to carry you over the threshold?
Well, I'm sorry. I'll try not to get the mumps again.
Okay, you better not. I missed you too much.
Oh, it's so good to be home. I feel like I've been gone a month.
Yeah. It was only the longest week of my life. I get your bag.
I see you've been doing a little beach combing while I've been away. What is this?
What? That? It's, I don't know, just something I picked up on the beach.
I didn't know you were into collecting modern art.
Well, I don't know. It's just an interesting piece of junk, don't you think? Look at that.
Why are you keeping it? I can read you like a book. You have never so much as collected a seashell in your entire life. What is it?
Well, I collected a seashell once, but... Why don't you sit down? I'll tell you a story.
Oh!
Sorry,
What?
what is it?
What? You don't like the method of waking the master?
It was a first, I'll say that much.
And?
I like that better. Keep going, keep going. Get rid of the rose.
Get rid of the rose? But that is the ancient Chinese torture.
Oh, well, here's an early
get
American response.
What's too violent?
Oh, it's too violent? Well, then I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, how about this? Isn't this better?
Yeah, it's much better.
I thought so.
Hey, did I keep you awake with my tossing and turning last night?
No, not really.
I was having really bad nightmares. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
I didn't scream or anything, did I?
No, I think I would have remembered a scream.
I hope this doesn't go on very long. I hate it.
You see, that is what I'm here for. To brush all of those bad dreams away. But why do you expect it's anything more than a gas leak?
Darling, it was an unbelievably huge explosion. It lit up the sky for miles down the coast.
Yeah, but that's always what happens.
Well, not maybe an oil rig going up or some giant factory, but not an average backyard incident. Not when a piece of metal that thick snaps in half like a stick.
So my father is immediately suspected of sabotage.
Well, I didn't say that.
No?
Look, I am the last person in the world who's going to jump to a conclusion, who's going to make an accusation about something like this, false or otherwise.
So whose opinion are you really worried about?
Well, for one, I'm worried about our slimeball district attorney's opinion.
But Keith suspects everything of everybody.
Well, maybe he has a point this time. I mean, 1 minute your father agrees to halt the demolition pending further investigation, and the next second, boom! No building, no evidence.
And what does that prove?
Nothing. It suggests that somebody has something to hide.
So let me get this straight. A natural accident has now nailed the coffin shut as far as my father's involvement with Hal Clark's disappearance.
I didn't say that.
Have you thought that maybe Keith is trying to frame my father?
It was among the first thoughts that crossed my mind. The next thing I thought was if that were true, Keith would be trying to produce evidence, not destroy it.
If Keith is trying to destroy my father, it's the same thing.
It doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to be watching Keith. There's one thing I know how to do. It's watch Keith.
And how are you going to do that?
With my eyes. Don't worry. I'll work it out.
Certainly a far cry from the days I used to wear fluffy hats and little dresses to Cece's garden parties.
Oh, stop living in the past, Miss Havisham. Throw your rat-eaten tablecloth away and come back to reality.
I brought enough reality back here with me to build a molehill. Maybe a mountain by morning.
You're talking about major wreckage here.
I'm talking about a major dry cleaning bill here.
Speaking of trivia.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have much loftier things on your mind, like what's at the bottom of a cesspool. Oh, excuse me, Cece's boathouse.
That may be where our future lies, dear.
Oh, really? How do you figure that?
Well, that explosion may work in our favor. Things may have been stirred up.
Like Hal Clark's broken bones.
Only one way we can find that out.
What do you mean, we, pale-face? I've done my last Lloyd Bridges invitation.
We need one piece of evidence to wave over that man's head.
Well, I don't see how you're going to get it with Julia Wainwright breathing blackmail down your neck.
I don't know how they expect me to operate with her on my back. You're right.
Well, I think that's the general idea, friend.
I gotta think of something.
Those are going to be your famous last words.
Got it! Beat her at her own game. She wants an investigation. Let's give her an investigation.
What, are you crazy? You don't want her following you around the Capwell estate.
Darling, pardon me, but who said this investigation is restricted to the Santa Barbara city limits?
Oh, what are you going to do, send her on some wild goose chase? Everybody knows Cece would never be crazy enough to take a dead body across state lines.
Oh, my little daffodil, how do I get it through your thick petals? What we're looking for here is not bodies, but leads.
Leads to what?
Like who set the fuse in the Capwell chowder. I mean, you do not get a munitions expert at a hardware store.
Oh, I get it.
The light dawns.
What you're going to do is send Julia off looking for an arsonist while you take a dive.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Nothing here. Another dead end. Wait a minute. Accident reports. That's it. McElhaney, Henry. Why didn't anybody follow up on this? Marge? Marge? Can you come in here?
That's the person I wanted to bump into.
I can't talk now. I don't have time.
Well, make some time.
Okay, I'll be right back. That's confidential.
So is what I have to say.
If it's about the investigation, I don't want to talk about it.
Does it bother you digging up little tidbits to incriminate my mother and father?
How do I get this through to you that I am not incriminating anyone?
Oh, come on, Julia. You must have something. You look like the cat that swallowed the canapes.
All right, I do have something of note.
For or against?
I don't know, but it's worth a try.
Is it privileged information?
No. And it may not substantiate anything, but Hal Clark was in a minor auto accident the day that he disappeared.
Who filed the report?
A Henry McElhaney. He never showed up. Clark never showed up.
So you think he just picked himself up, dusted himself off, and walked off into the sunset with the worst case of amnesia on record? Come on, Julia. That was 30 years ago. You're grasping at straws.
I just want to talk to him, that's all.
And you just might come up with the missing piece that will prove once and for all that my mother and father murdered Hal Clark?
How many times do I have to tell you that I am trying to prove your father's innocence?
And what if you can't, Julia? Can you answer that?
No, Mason, I can't answer that.
Because you're determined to prove him guilty.
Don't go. Mason. Julia Wainwright.
Oh, well, gee, pardon me if I'm interrupting anything personal, but we have some official business to conduct.
Can I do anything for you?
Mr. Timmons?
Well, you're angry. I can always tell when a woman is angry, but you won't stay that way for long. I got some good news and some bad news for you.
Are you still there? Well, I tell you what, I'll start off with the bad news first. We're about to launch a full-scale investigation into the Clark... Well, I guess I should say.
It's really a disappearance. Are you there?
I'm waiting for the good news.
Well, actually, I haven't finished with the bad news yet. We know for sure that the boathouse explosion was sabotage.
You found proof?
Well, let's just say I found a clear lead. But now for the good news. You get to head up the investigation, so pack up your sequin briefcase,
Put on your hottest red dress and be ready in a half an hour to guess where? You're going to Las Vegas!
So the engineers will be here within the hour. With any luck, we should have the landfill in by daybreak.
You're leaving this all up to luck, aren't you? I mean, are there any other strings you can pull, Cece?
What the hell do you think I've been doing since daybreak? We're dealing with the Coastal Commission, not some band of misguided environmentalists. What's the matter with you?
Well, don't yell at me. I didn't light the fuse.
No, but you're radiating all kinds of terror. Why can't you control yourself? What's the matter? You want everybody to see you in a panic? Especially Keith Timmons?
You're worried about that slimy little weasel? You ought to be worried about your own son-in-law. He's every bit as much suspicious as Timmons. Besides that, he's twice as smart.
You're going off the deep end and you're falling apart.
No, I'm not. You are. You're the one that blew up the damn boathouse, Cece. It was such a stupid thing to do. You left us wide open for suspicion that we look twice as guilty now.
Oh, I can't believe I fell asleep. Cruz? My sleeping beauty. I didn't have the heart to wake you up for a few minutes. Back soon. I love you, Cruz. I love you, too. But you're dead wrong if you think my father had anything to do with this. Hey, you feeling any better?
Well, sure, with you in my life and all the hot water I could ever imagine, what could be bad?
Well, I know last night wasn't exactly a million laughs for you.
Well, what do you want? It was a Vietnam War reunion.
Ken, you're not sorry we came, are you?
I guess not. Hey, like the lady said, you want to get past the pain, you gotta face it.
Yeah, some smart lady there. Actually, you know, I think it was pretty good for you to see the Major again, though, wasn't it? He seemed like a nice man.
Well, not particularly. Why?
Well, he just seemed to think the world of you. I thought maybe you two had been pretty good friends.
Yeah, well, once a CO, always a CO. He's just building morale.
Yeah, but I don't think that means that he has to go around handing out praise.
Hey, you hungry?
I do. Am I hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm starving as usual.
Well, let's get this act on the road and get something to eat, huh?
All right, why don't we stop at one of those truck stops? I don't know why, but they always make the best breakfast. And we can order some pancakes and then some orange juice and maybe some biscuits and a side of bacon.
No, don't order a side of bacon.
Why?
Because you get half a pig.
Yeah.
Room service, sir. It's your breakfast.
I think there's been a mistake.
No mistake, and if there is, it's all mine for the poor timing. I was hoping to catch you two before you left.
Shall I pour the champagne?
I'll do the honors, thank you.
Thank you.
May I? To your visit and your safe return.
Oh, here.
Andrea, Garver, drink up.
Thought the party was last night.
But the reunion after the reunion, that's the fun one. Well, you didn't think I'd let you go all the way back to Santa Barbara without a proper farewell, did you?
Eden, baby, I'm home.
Right out of the honeymooners.
Eden? She was just sleeping.
If she was, she ain't anymore.
Ah, damn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's nothing serious. So, fill me in on this guy, will you?
This guy knows explosives. He knows. Mr. Dynamite is his middle name, all right?
Uh-huh.
You can count on him.
Does he know enough to keep his mouth shut?
Oh, come on, trust me. Would I send you to a rat? He's the same guy that set up the explosives for Kelly's wedding.
All right, you're on. Show him this.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him I want to know what kind of explosive, how much, and whether or not it was set deliberately. And that's if he can tell without going to the
He
scene.
can tell. This man knows. He knows.
Hi. Can I come in?
Sure, I was just leaving. How are you?
I'm fine.
Where are you going to be?
The lair. 30 minutes. I meet him there.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Listen, I'll make it there as soon as I can.
Right on.
All right. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry to barge in on you, but
sit
in
down.
my case, even the erasers are bugged. Thanks.
Oh, no, Mr. Timmons giving you a hard time?
Yeah. If you want to call being sent on a wild goose chase to Vegas a hard time, yeah.
What's in Vegas?
Me, I suspect. That way Keith has a little more time to do a little digging on his own.
Oh, hell, the man is so transparent. Except when it comes to showing what's up his sleeve.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it'll be any good for CC. Will you do me a favor and keep an eye on him for me?
You bet. I'll be keeping an eye on him for myself.
Good. I also want you to look at this. Hal Clark was in an auto accident the day that he disappeared, and a report was filed by the other driver, but nothing was done about it.
So what, you want me to see what I can come up with?
Well, I don't have much hope, but any port in the storm.
You're really stretching to tick CC off the hook, aren't you?
You're damn right I am. Aren't you?
I want to talk to you alone.
Oh, that's really unnecessary, dear. Your father and I don't have any secrets from each other.
No, only from me, apparently, and the rest of the world.
Mason, please, you're sounding so tiresome.
No, just tired, Mother. Very, very tired.
So am I. Hope you didn't come with any more accusations, Mason. I'm really not up to it.
Good. And maybe we can drop all the pretexts and get down to the truth.
When am I anything less but totally honest with you in matters that concern you?
Oh, come on, Mother. Stop the dissembling. Just tell the truth, damn it. What happened 30 years ago between you and Hal Clark?
We had an affair, a very short one. And I broke it off and he left.
Is that all?
Well, after it was all over, I never saw him again.
Then why are you still shaking 30 years later?
Look, darling, it is a part of my past I'm really not so proud of. Besides, I don't like having to stand here in your judgment.
I'm not judging you, Mother, but I can't very well defend you if you don't tell me the truth. All of it.
Mr. Timmons, I'm sorry, but...
Not expected, I know. Don't apologize. Happens to me all the time.
I'm so sorry. That's quite all right, darling.
Well, 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 what have we here? Little family confab? How delightful. I like a homey little domestic scene. Or is this an errand of mercy? Perhaps you're here on a professional capacity. Hmm? He does give you a rate, doesn't he?
What are you doing here, Timmons?
I'm more interested in what you're doing here. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is your home away from home, yours, too. This is a little show of family unity, sort of like the Three Bears.
Would you kindly do us the courtesy of answering my son's question, or will I have to ask you to leave?
Oh, I tell you, I'm just here as a humble servant doing his job. Or have you forgotten the big bang-bang in your backyard last night?
What do you want, Keith?
Well, tell you the truth, I've been sort of digging, and all the facts point to one basic truth.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Mummy knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Mummy?
I really don't need to stand here and be insulted by this meaningless drivel. If you won't come to the point, Mr. Timmons, I will ask Meyson to show you out.
How could it be meaningless if it's insulting?
You heard my mother, Timmons.
I'm here on official business.
Then state it.
Well, when Daddy gets here, tell him to call me, okay? You can listen on the extension if you want to. We can have a little three-way. Me, you, and Daddy. Ooh, these are nice flowers. Bet they need a little topsoil, don't they? You're in luck. There are about 6 tons of it beside the boathouse.
You seem so frightened, Mother. Especially for someone who has no reason to be.
You know, Meyson, I am really offended by your accusations. I mean, it's enough to be insulted by Keith Timmons. I'm not about to defend myself to my own son.
That was a lovely brunch, Major, and an even lovelier idea.
I'm not sure it measures up to the Washington parties you're used to.
Well, you know, actually, I never really considered D.C. my home. It was more of a home base when I was in prep school.
Still, once you're used to a city, you'll miss the sophistication.
Well, I don't know about that. I think I could live just about anywhere, as long as Кейн was with me.
You're a very fortunate young man.
Yeah, I think so.
And you are a very lucky young woman. They don't come any finer than this fella here. Best NCO I ever had.
Thanks.
If a bit overly modest. This man not only saved my life, now he is my life.
You have no idea how nice it is to see 2 young people get a chance to start their lives over again. With no strings, no attachments. Others weren't so fortunate.
Are you still in touch with a lot of the guys?
A few, yes. More now, though, that I've embarked on this new project.
The project, I thought you were on Wall Street.
I tried it for a while. I got pretty good at it, too. Or rather, my luck was good.
And now look who's being modest.
I suppose I did all right. But Кейн will be the first one to tell you, I am much more a man of action than a desk man.
Well, what are you doing now, Major?
I started a project called Amerasian Children Incorporated. We put tracers on GI fathers who left offspring behind in the war. We try to unite them whenever we can, the fathers and the children. Most of them were unable to bring them over because of the money and the immigration laws. And many of the men don't even know that they're fathers at all.
Well, that sounds as if it could be very rewarding for you.
It can be, especially when the reunion is something both parties want.
It isn't always?
I wish I could say yes. But you see, to some of these men, these kids are just another unpleasant reminder of a time in their lives they just as soon forget. But when it is welcomed, when I'm able to help a man find the family he lost 15, 20 years ago, that he'd given up searching for, well, the feeling is, it's indescribable.
Well, that sounds like an absolutely wonderful project, doesn't
As a matter of fact, I am on my way to meet one of my aberration children right now. Would you like to come along?
Well, I would love...
Actually, I have an appointment we have to get back to in Santa Barbara. Maybe some other time.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. If you're ever down this way again.
Oh, I'm sure we will be back, yes.
Good. I know we'll be in touch. I don't want to lose track of Ambassador Bedford's daughter.
Well, thank you very much for the brunch. It was wonderful.
It's my pleasure. Sergeant?
Sir.
You know, he is truly an amazing man.
I'm sorry your father hasn't returned yet, Mrs. Castillo.
Do you have any idea when he'll be back?
I'm afraid not. You can wait if you like.
Yeah, for a little while. Is Mrs. Conrad here?
No, she stepped out, but Mr. Capwell's son is here.
Mason!
I thought I heard you. What'll I do for company?
Hey.
Weren't you supposed to be recuperating?
I'm not contagious. How are you doing? What are you doing here?
Probably looking for the same answers you are. Darlene, if you don't mind, my sister and I would like a little privacy.
Oh, sure.
Probably one of Keith Timmons' spies.
What's going on, Mason? Is Daddy in trouble?
He and Pamela seem to have become the target of Keith's investigation into the disappearance of Hal Clark.
Do you really think he's involved?
I don't have enough to go on at the moment, but something's not right.
I know that Daddy's innocent. He told me so.
Our father has lied before.
Oh, come on, Mason. You can't actually think he's capable of...
Of murder? Whoa. There, I've said it. Been trying to avoid it all morning.
Mason, there is no concrete evidence. As we all know, just because somebody suspects something doesn't mean you're automatically guilty.
Oh, I know that, Eden. The attorney in me knows that. Rationally, logically, I keep hearing the word circumstantial. But intuitively, I know what our father is capable of.
He told me he did not have anything to do with Hal Clark's disappearance. He didn't lie. Daddy didn't lie.
Used is basically a plastic explosive designed to blow up the target and eliminate all traces of evidence. However, in this case, it was hastily set and not by so fine an expert.
But you're saying it was intentional?
Oh, man, with major destruction in mind, intent to kill.
Can anybody get this stuff?
In that quantity, not at your local hardware store, no.
Yeah, but a construction company, they could get it, huh?
If you want to go legit, yeah.
And it would destroy everything on the site.
Again, if it was accurately set.
Okay, look, I want you to do me a favor, man. If you can, if you're free right now, go to this address and pick up this equipment. If there's any problem, just tell them it's for me, all right? Can you do that for me?
Anything for you, pal.
Great. What do you say we meet at the boathouse around 7?
I hope you know what you're doing.
So do I.
You think you're gonna find something?
Well, if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Lest I appear rude, my darling, I'm going to have to ask my son to show you the way out. Mason? Mason? Come here. Mason? Yes, Mummy. Yes, throw me a bone. Preferably one of Mr. Clark's.
You really think you nailed her, huh?
Think I know it. She was as scared as a bunny at Hassenpfeffer time.
What about Mason?
Mason was ever so watchful. I don't think Mummy and Mason trust each other. It was like walking into a hornet's nest.
So what did you threaten them with?
The truth. What else?
You don't have the truth.
No, but I'm gonna happen. I mean, if they haven't cracked already, that family is gonna crack.
What do you mean?
Well, I think CC has flown the coop.
Cece never ran away from anything in his life.
Well, he hasn't been faced with a murder one charge before either.
That's true.
It's true.
Wait a minute. Has he left the country? If he leaves the country, how are we going to blackmail him? Well, let's extradite him.
Worry, darling. He's just hiding. He can't be far.
Get it.
Hello. You got him? No, it's what? What? Well, tell them they can't do it until I give them the okay. No, I don't know what kind of okay. Tell them I'm looking for hoof and mouth disease. Well, just wait till I get there, okay? Take your clothes off.
What?
Get into your diving outfit. We are going fishing, my darling.
Wait a minute. What's wrong?
Wrong?
Yes.
CC is about to throw 6 tons of dirt on the boathouse this minute.
Well, tell him he can't do that. I mean, that's covering up evidence. Have him arrested.
I can't find them. How am I going to do that? Come on, get your scuba gear.
Keith, you cannot go diving in broad daylight.
Well, then, darling, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Well, get your head screwed on first, and then we'll figure out some way to stop those trucks.
Kim, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. What's the matter?
I don't know. I just thought we came here to put the past behind us.
Well, we did, but this is a noble cause. I mean, reuniting children of the war with their fathers, I think it's important.
No, I know. It's not the cause.
And what?
Garver, you're not jealous, are you?
Oh, please. A little bored, maybe. Not...
No, you are. You are jealous. I cannot... I'm only teasing, all right?
I know.
Hey, don't you know how much I love you? There's no one on the earth that I would rather be with than you.
Yeah, let's just get going here, okay?
All right. You know, maybe this reunion was a bit too much for us with all the war memories and everything. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rattle on.
No. I'm sorry. I just get a little nervous. I don't like it when the world comes crashing in on us like that.
I'll tell you what. Now that we've both apologized, what do you say we really make up, huh?
What time is checkout?
Oh, who cares?
Darling, I'm home.
Hi, honey, it's me. I'm still at Daddy's. He's not home yet, but I think I'm gonna wait a little while longer. Call me here when you get home, okay? Please don't be mad, but I had to see him. I had to talk to him. Anyhow, I'll be home as soon as I can. Miss you. Even an hour away from you. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I just wish I knew when this is gonna end. Or where it's gonna end.
Mrs. Cobb, I'm home.
Samantha's asleep.
What are you doing here?
I told Mrs. Cobb I'd hold down the fort. She wanted to leave at 6.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Airplane rides, even short ones, not very good for my temper.
Well, I fixed us something. It'll make you feel a lot better. Mineral water.
Thank you. This is the nicest you've been to me in a long time. Samantha had her dinner?
Fed, diapered, and sleeping like a baby. Of course, she is a baby, so.
Well, you left before Keith sent me off on one of his trumped-up leads.
Mm-hmm. Mrs. Cobb told me. What were you doing in Las Vegas?
Nothing productive, I assure you.
Julia,
Listen,
I think it's time. You first.
No, you.
No, I insist.
I've missed you, Mason. I miss the way things used to be. You and I are growing further and further apart, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm not happy. Well, it hurts because I love you.
I love you too.
Well, why do you think it is that we can't get along?
I don't know. At least I'm not sure. I've been doing some soul searching myself, but I haven't come up with any answers. At least not the right ones. You're right, you know, we have been drifting apart, and I want to find a way to stop it. Julia, I want you to withdraw from the investigation.
We were just talking about us. Why are you bringing that up?
Because I don't know where else to begin. My every instinct tells me you have to withdraw from this case.
Thought I'd find you here.
Sweetheart, I forgot you were coming home from the hospital today. Oh, it's so good. Oh. God, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little tired. How are you?
I mean, how does it look?
Looks pretty awful.
Yeah.
I waited at the house for you for a little while. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't find you here.
Well, where else would I be? Master of all I survey. Construction on the country club is being delayed. The coastal commission is on my back. Keith Timmons breathing down my neck. Who would think a boathouse can cause so much trouble?
Well, there's a lot more to it than that, isn't it, Daddy?
Did your mother tell you that we filed separation papers?
No, nobody told me that.
Well, it's going to be public knowledge anyway. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you the first day out of the hospital.
Well, it doesn't really matter when I heard it. Why?
Why? Well, things don't always work out the way you want them to, that's all.
Not to my father. He's always in control of everything.
Oh, darling. My greatest admirer. They should all be like you.
You could do no wrong in my eyes, Daddy. But lately, you know, things have been pretty bad. You're involved with Pamela again. Mama's gone. Your marriage is up in the air, and now this. Maybe you want to talk to me. Maybe I can help.
Honey, things just fall apart, that's all.
Daddy, people are suspecting you of some very serious things. What do you think?
I think you should call Cruz and go home, get some food, and get some rest the first day out of the hospital.
You haven't answered my question.
Oh, sweetheart, there are too many questions, and this isn't the time. Besides, I really don't have all the answers. And I don't think they would all satisfy you anyway.
Why don't you just tell me the truth? And if you already have, just tell me again.
Truth is, I love you very, very much. And I've spent my life trying to do right by you and by the family.
Daddy, did you have anything to do with Hal Clark's disappearance? Please tell me.
No, I am not responsible for any of the things those people are accusing me for. Nor am I what they say I am. I hope you believe that.
You see, I was talking about us, you and me.
So am I. I love you, Julia. You said you believe me.
And in the next breath, you tell me to give up the investigation. That doesn't have anything to do with us.
It has everything to do with us, Julia. Julia, leave it alone. Leave the DA's office, pretend it never happened.
Do you really think that's going to bring things back to the way they were with us?
Yes. Or at least give us a chance to start over.
I think you're clouding the issue. Or making it an issue. I'm not sure which. All right. I was hired to keep an eye on Keith Timmons. If I leave him to his own devices, you can bet that he will find evidence to nail your father with or manufacture it all on his own, and I wouldn't put it past him.
You can't keep him from carrying through. He's got too much power in that office.
He's greedy, and he's in a hurry. If I can keep tabs on him, I will find something to incriminate him, and then we can get him out of there.
You don't know much about corruption, Julia.
It's just not as easy for me to turn my back on it as it is for you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I don't want to fight.
This is bound to come between us.
If it weren't this, it would be something else.
Not necessarily.
Look at our track record. We have set up obstacles all the time. We get over them, we get through it. We get closer. And every time that happens, you back away, you get afraid. And then you put up new ones in their place.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair?
You're damn right. The whole thing is unfair. I want to know what you're so afraid of.
I don't know.
I know what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I just don't want to do this anymore alone. I can't. Sooner or later, you are going to have to risk loving me, Meyson. And you won't be able to wait till you're not afraid anymore.
I think I'm too young to die. As a matter of fact, I'm sure of it.
Keith, you can't back out now. Now, come on.
Wait, no. You go, come on.
Keith, it is your turn, remember?
I'm not going down there. That's a death trap. You almost got killed.
Chicken.
I am not going from DA to DOA. I'd rather be a live coward than a dead district attorney.
You have a major chance.
After you, Frogman.
Yeah, thanks.
Boy. It's kind of murky down there.
What the hell you expect, man? An explosion like that, it's gonna stir the bottom up a little.
What if you can't find the bottom?
I figure it's settled some by now.
You hope.
Pearl, I want you to know I really appreciate all the confidence you have in me.
Well, just you gotta know what you're getting into, that's all. Here, let me help you with that.
Yeah, thanks. What's the other one? Give me that other one. Where's the other one?
Here, right here.
Okay. Stick these ones out of the way, man. Jeez.
All set?
I just hope this light works, you know? It doesn't seem very bright.
Well, how would you know if you don't know what you're looking for? You just said you don't know what you're looking for.
Well, you know, as difficult as it may be for you to believe, I'm gonna know it when I see it.
Here, finish your lunch.
No, feel free.
Hold it up.
I'm gone.
Penitentiary, a disturbing world where 1 out of 5 are murderers and most are mothers. Women Behind Bars, an NBC News special tonight.
Decent liberty.